Hello. This is your host, C. Jackson Paul, live from the Eternal Gems studio. Welcome to 18 Entrepreneurs Crash Course at Life, where we learn the tools that will let you build the life that you deserve. Entrepreneurship is difficult, which is why it is sometimes helpful to look back at the lives of entrepreneurs who have come before. We can look at their successes and mistakes, and see the implications. That is why we are doing a mini-series on famous entrepreneurs of the past, of which this is the second video. Today we will talk about two people who are much more alike than people would like to think, Bill Gates and Elizabeth Holmes. Most of y'all have heard of Bill Gates. After all, he was, until recently, the richest guy in the world. But very few people outside of the business world and who don't follow the news closely have heard of Elizabeth Holmes. But it was only a quirk of fate that prevented that from being reversed. Gates and Holmes were both bright, ambitious and curious children. They went to prestigious universities, Gates to Harvard and Holmes to Stanford, but later dropped out to pursue their dreams. Gates wanted to make computers and software more available, while Holmes had a truly revolutionary idea, to make a small device, which people could keep in their homes, that could perform blood tests that, up until then, could only be performed in a lab by expensive technicians who could take weeks to return results. Both started up companies, Microsoft and Theranos respectively, to make their vision a reality. Pretty quickly, both ran into the same two problems. Problem number one. What they wanted to do was, at the time, technologically impossible. Problem number two, they were both, at times, huge jerks. Neither Gates nor Holmes was going to let a little thing like technological impossibility stop them, though. At first, both pursued similar strategies. When in doubt, attack. Gates forced his erstwhile business partner out of the company, while Holmes fired anyone she deemed insufficiently loyal to her. Both demanded everything from their employees, keeping them until late into the night, and watching the parking lot to see who was coming in on weekends. Both attracted a lot of early buzz in their companies, and both used this buzz to keep their companies alive by touting products that weren't anywhere near ready to be used. In the case of Microsoft, it was the first version of what would become Windows. For Theranos, it was a device that could supposedly perform hundreds of blood tests within one device. In 1981, Bill Gates had a problem. Apple had developed a new graphic interface that allowed users to interact directly with a screen, rather than just with on-screen code, like on a PC. This would make computers much easier to use for the general public. The upshot was that Microsoft was about to lose all its customers to Apple. In response, Gates announced Microsoft's own graphic interface, called Windows, for PCs. Just one problem. He had completely made it up. There was no such system as Windows. However, his bluff worked. Consumers stayed with Microsoft, awaiting the new Windows system. This caused software developers to be loath to make new software for competitors' computers, which in turn helped to cement Gates' dominance in the computer world. His lie about Microsoft's capabilities might have inconvenienced some customers, and it certainly was bad for his competition, but it probably saved his company and led to his success. He had taken the gamble, and had won. Many future entrepreneurs took note, including Holmes. In 2010, Elizabeth Holmes had a problem. Her company was running out of money, and her Edison blood testing machine didn't, well, work. She realized that she had two choices: let her dream die, or do something bold. She went with the latter choice, began pretending that her device worked, and started testing blood with it. Some of the blood tests were secretly performed with traditional methods, but many of the tests were done by the new machine, which meant that many people got inaccurate results. Because these tests are used to look for things such as cancer, this was, well, not good. But it worked. Her net worth soared into the billions, and her company was the next big thing. Except there was one little problem. What she was doing was highly illegal. She was caught, and is now engaged in legal battles that will probably last the rest of her life. She had taken the gamble, and lost everything. If you are thinking that the disparate outcomes aren't fair, then you are right. Luck plays a role in our success, whether we like it or not. But the real lesson here is about doing the right thing. Sometimes, the path to following our dreams seems to lead us to do unethical things. Many an entrepreneur, such as Gates, danced right up to the line of unethical action. Holmes steamrolled right over it, and paid the price. One of the saddest things about her story is the loss of potential. Had Holmes let Theranos fail, she could have started again with a clean slate. Who knows, maybe her second company would have found the secret to clean energy, or curing COVID, or who knows what else. Many entrepreneurs fail dozens of times before they accomplish their dreams, like the guy who didn't reach his dreams until 80, but that is a story for another video. America's jails are full of people who thought that achieving their dreams was more important than the rules of ethics, and, as we saw today, the same ambition that causes someone to take risks, like Gates, can cause people to act unethically, like Holmes. Even as you follow your dreams, be sure that you aren't sabotaging yourself with unethical behavior. Everyone has dreams in life, and we at Eternal Gems want to help you live up to your full potential. Check out our website and social media, linked below in the description, leave your thoughts down in the comments, and stay tuned for more videos. Hello. This is your host, C. Jackson Paul,